Can you actually make an extra couple of hundreds or maybe a couple of thousand extra per month without investing high capital into starting a new business or investing into stock markets or forex that potentially have the high risk of wiping your entire savings in just maybe days, or leaving your old job for a new job that you potentially submitting a CV and hopefully they will give you a couple of hundred extra per month as an income. Yes, there's a way to do it. I'm going to show you how as well, which doesn't require you even to jump ship from your job or to change a new job. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you in a bit of how you want to be able to do all that. My name is Aaron Chong, and if you'd like me to share more of this type of videos that help you to, look at money differently, look at how you want to be able to make money, then hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell button. Okay, so let's dive right into it. What's the secret? Now, there's basically no secret to this. What you're trying to do is to make that extra 500 to 1,000 or maybe a few thousands per month is to sell. By selling what? Selling used products or goods. Okay, that's what you can do. Secondhand products. Okay. Now, why is this something that is so lucrative? Because look at the whole entire marketplace right now. There's so many places that you can actually sell this second product, but yet a lot of people that are trying to sell this product, there's so many similarities in the way they post things, in the ways they write in the description. And if you have sold any of your second product before, then you should know that it's not so easy to sell unless you're at super cheap price, which I believe you don't want to do that, because then you will devalue the product and not able to make any profit out of it. So we're going to do it the other way around. Okay. So if you look at a lot of all these other people that are selling it, they're just selling the facts and features. I'm going to explain to you in a bit of how you can actually do it differently, that you can get the highest attention coming to you, a lot of people messaging you, and then you can choose your customers. You can sell it at a higher price. So there's this case study I want to share with you, which is where I sold my used MacBook Pro. Okay, my used MacBook Pro, which I bought at $1,500, and I sold it for $2,000, and I made a handsome 500 profit out of that sale after a couple months of using. So you can do the same as well. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my Facebook page and the marketplace first, so you can see some of the proof. Now, if you go into marketplace, there's a selling button. So if you click on the selling button there, and we're going to go into my listing, my previous listing, which all the things I've sold before, but I don't do this as a living. I just sell my second products just for the sake of it. I don't need to use the product anymore. But can anyone use this as a way to make a living? Yes, you can. Okay, I've seen people that make a huge amount of money just by selling used goods. Okay, now if you look at this MacBook Pro, it's a 13-inch version, and the year of production is 2012, and it has a 16 GB RAM and 500 GB SSD, which I sold it for $2,000. Listed was 9th of March in 2020, and this is when I bought it. So this is the receipt of transfer from me to my friend's company where I bought the MacBook Pro, and I bought it on 20th July 2019, and the price was $1,500. And if you look at this selling price is at $2,000. So I actually make $500 profit out of it after maybe 6 to 7 months of usage. Pretty cool, isn't it? Do you want to be able to do this? So let's dive right into it. But before we do it, I'm going to show you some of the messages. Okay. And look at the messages that I actually talk to this customer. I actually got a lot of messages from a lot of people that is actually wanting to buy, like all these Facebook users. But I found one of all the people that I'm selecting, one is the most interested one, where I dealt with him on that spot in that night as well. So this all in a matter of less than maybe 48 hours. Okay. So Mr. Leong, I want to look at his messages. Okay. So this is Mr. Leong, and he actually said he's interested, available. And I said, no, he said he want to buy for his staff doing design works. His old Mac too slow. And then he said he used a lot of AI with TIFF images. I'm not sure what is that even. And he said his old Mac very slow, so I hope this one will help. How much? And then after that, he said 2K, right? Can you look at what he said? 2K, right? Okay, can. And I said 2K, and said great, when can meet? And after that, I sent him all this address where we met. And then he said, now, he said, okay, then I'll see him later there. And then after that, he gonna come in 20 minutes. And after that, he arrived at about the same timing, about 11 plus, when he texted me like, an hour earlier. And we all made the deal in just a short amount of time. And this is on 11 March, where I listed it on the Facebook Marketplace on the 9th of March. So this is only 2 days apart, and you're able to close the deal. So imagine you can do that with every single deal. And I've got students that actually able to do so with their used product, like used fridge. Okay, and she managed to sell 2 used fridge in less than 24 hours with the method that I showed her. And I'm going to show you the same method as well. Okay, so here's the thing. When you want to sell any second product, right, the most important thing that you should be doing is number 1, select. You want to be able to select the right product to sell, which has higher demands and easier for you to sell, where there's already demand in the market. Don't just select anything like that is so cold and there's not many people demanding it, and you try to sell it. You're definitely going to have a hard time. So things like electronic products are easier, and that's why the MacBook Pro and my students' 2 refrigerator is easier to sell. Okay, you want to select this. The first thing is to select first. And after you select, right, you don't just go to the Facebook Marketplace or whatever place that you want to list it. Don't go there and list it first. But instead, do the second step, which is you want to identify. Identify what? The right person that would not have any money issue when they are trying to buy the product. So for me, my MacBook Pro is I identified the right person as a designer. Why? Because designer won't have any money problem. They would spend a lot of money on buying products and tools for their work. But if you're going to sell it to anybody else, then what happened is these other people is going to lowball you. They say they want to go. Let's say you sell to a student. Student going to ask you, hey, can you lower the price? Give me a student price, right? If you want student price, go to Apple. They have education, not me, right? So you want to get the right customer. So you identify this right kind of customer first, where you want to sell, who you want to sell to, and you know it and you note it down, okay? And after that, still don't go to the Facebook Marketplaces. What you want to do is to attract the right customers to come to you with your product, to buy your product. So what you want to do is you go to your Facebook Marketplace or go to Carousel or places that you can list the product. Then what you want to do is to list out in the description, call out the person's profession, the name they call themselves, or how they can identify themselves inside the description, so that they know that you are calling out to them. Okay, then you will attract this right type of people. So when you attract this right type of people, then they will particularly see the whole description. Then the 4th thing is, don't just sell the features, because many people are not able to sell the product, because what they do is that they take all the features, jam it into the whole description, and expect the customer to understand how to buy the product. So what you want to do differently, so that the customer will actually check your product and they will have the highest chance of buying it and talking to you in the first place, is to sell the value. Now, what do I mean by value? Value are things that are important to people. Don't just list out the features. Features are not all the time important to people. So you want to write out what's important, what's the value that people will value, okay, in the description itself about your product or services. Okay, particular in this case, products. So when you list out all the value, then the persons that you're trying to sell to, which you've already identified, will potentially say, hey, this is going to be important to me. I think this is important as well. Wow, he's just like talking to me. And therefore, the next thing they will do, they will click into that message button and they start messaging you. And that's what you want them to do. That's the reason that you have the description there. It's not just to list out all the facts about the product, but to get the person to want to click on that message button. So when they click on the message button, then obviously you're going to go into a conversation. And during the conversation, don't vomit. Don't talk anything about the features just like that, because the features are all listed inside the description already. People don't need to know more information about that. All right. Then what should you do is to ask questions. And if you do notice the earlier example of me selling the MacBook Pro, I don't really list out all the features inside there. I never even talk about the features of my product that I'm selling. Once you ask question, you're going to find the real reason why people want to actually buy the product. So when you have that reason, right, this question will actually create the demand in the person's mind. Okay, the right type of question. Every single product got different type of question to ask, right? That will create these demands in the person's mind that they will trigger them to want to buy the product instead, talk to you and want to make the deal done. Okay, and they will actually close themselves instead of you asking them to buy the product. So this is just how powerful this is. So if you just go through this whole framework itself, whenever you find this second product to sell, first to select the right product, second to identify the right target audience you want to sell to, and then you attract them by calling out in the description, and you sell the value of the products in the description, and start asking questions in the conversation with you and the customer. When they come in touch with you after they saw your whole description, you're going to have the highest possible chance to sell the product easily. And that's how you can do it. And these are things, right, that a lot of people are not taking advantage of. All they are looking for is for the new shiny object down the road. What can I do? What's the new thing that's in the market? What's trendy right now? And in the end, right, they've failed to catch up because maybe they just lack the funds, maybe they lack the knowledge, maybe they lack a lot of things to make it work for them. So if you go the traditional route of actually selling something which is used, then it's like a barter system. People are trading their money for something they value more. I seriously want you to really go and do this. Just do this, and I'll guarantee you, if you just do this for the next 1 year, you're going to have a lot more money on the side, which you can save up as an investment or invest into a new business, which can potentially make you higher income, if that's the thing that you want to do. Okay. So go ahead and try it out and let me know inside the comments.